Hi everyone, Tibrans here. Today we are going to learn about index match. One, with single criteria, the simplest version of index matching. Option 2, we are going to look at index match with multiple criteria. And option 3, we are going to look at index match with multiple criteria and how to make it dynamic. By making dynamic means it's automatic. When you change or select a country or cells, the values will automatically pop up. So let's dive into our lesson today. So we're going to start by index. So the lookup array is the sales data. So you highlight all of it, then hit comma, then match index. So the match function, the lookup value is the country, which is Egypt. Hit comma, then the array is the list of the countries. Then it's exact match we are looking at. So press 0, then close the match function, then close the index function, hit enter. You can see we have 321,657, so these two is matching. So let's dive into our lesson 2. So here we are having two criteria to search for, the country and the month. So to get the cells, you're going to get index, then the array is the sales data, so you're going to shift control down, then across to select the whole data, comma, then match function. First we got criteria 1, which is the country, so the value to look for is Egypt as the country, comma, lookup value is the lookup array values. Select by pressing all the selecting all the countries, then the match type is a 0, that is the exact match, close, comma, match. When you put a comma, you can see it now moves to column, not arrow. And here we are going to use a match function. And you can see whatever the criteria 2, which is the month, they are across. You can see they are across. So you're going to say match the month, which is May. The lookup value is from January to August. You close. The match type we want is exact match, which is represented with a 0 here. You close for the match function, and also you close for the index function. We are not closing twice because the first match function we had closed, so it's only this last match function and the first index we are closing. Then enter. You can see for May we have 360. If I change this to January, you can see we are having 321. If we say we are looking for February, we are having 347. If we change the country to Kenya, the value comes to 96,707. If it is January for Kenya, 89,543, which matches the Kenya here. So the formula is working. Let's dive into our last application for today, deletion. So here we are going to make it dynamic. As you can see, we are having a table here of profit analysis, where we got in USD the revenue, cost, then gross profit, operating costs, and then the net profit. And we want to populate here for a comparison where you can compare what happened in 1990 and 2024. So here we are going to start again with index, and the array is the all of this data. So you can drag or simply use Control Shift down. Then The only trick here, you must close each and every data set, because I'm going to drag down to apply. I'm only going to do one formula, then I drag down to apply to gross profit, to net profit, and also to 1990, and I drag to 2024. So you're going to hit F4 to lock that. Range selected. So comma. Then we are going to have a match function. Now the first match function, we are going to match the lookup value is the revenue. So here, remember, I'm going to drag revenue down. So it's B4, but I need to lock the column, but not the numerical value after it. What I mean, gross is B5 and net income is B6. I want that to be changing. So you are going to press F4 3 times to lock only the column, not the row. But the lookup array for all this data is below the USD in million. So you will select this, and for all these I'm going to lock it. So you press F4, comma, I need an exact match for this, and they are close. Then comma match, that is the criteria 2. Criteria 2, we are now going to match the year. So the lookup value will be 1990. Then the lookup array is the array of the years. So you can select all of that. But again, for the years, there is what we have to do. So in this case, we need the row to remain open and only column to be locked. We need column 3 to be locked. But because we are going to drag across, so what we are going to do is to lock by pressing F4 3 times. So we don't need the row to change, but the column will change from C to D depending on how many times we drag. But in this case, it will change from C to D when we drag to 2024. And also, the all years have to be locked. So we are going to press F4 to lock the whole array of the years. Then we need an exact match. Then close the match function and the index function. Then press enter. So you can see by this 1990, we are having 215, 639. So I will first drag this down to apply. You can see gross profit is 84,263 and net income is 40,079 USDs. So I will drag this formula again to the right to apply to 2024. So we can just do a quick check. 2024 revenue is 280, gross profit is 111k364, and net income here is, the return is 48,056, and yes, 48,056. Now let's try to change this for comparison to 2022. See, it automatically changes to 233,890 as the revenue. Gross profit is 92,723, and the net income is 38,207. And if you check down here, it matches. So the data is already dynamic. So this is how you can apply index match in financial analysis and comparison. Thank you for watching our video. Subscribe for more.